Airports are very stressful, and you're more likely to fall for scams when you're stressed. So let's dive deep into the world of airport scams and discover how taxi services are trying to scam you at every turn. So we're at the Amsterdam airport, and the people behind us are kind of like a little meme between Jesper and I, because they're standing here 24/7 loudly shouting taxi at people. Taxi! Taxi! Taxi!
So I dug into what these people are, what they're doing, and what the legalities are, and I found some interesting stuff. So let's go to the arrivals hall. Because don't worry, I made a banner. Okay, so this airport gives permits to a select few taxi companies.
Of course.
Those are official Schiphol Amsterdam Airport taxi services.
And reliable ones.
And they also regulate the prices so they don't get too expensive. Now, the people yelling taxi do not work for those officially permitted companies.
I'm shocked, honestly.
However, their taxis do tend to be licensed taxis. The official taxis are allowed to stay at the official taxi stands.
Of course.
The non-official, non-permitted taxis cannot stand there, but they can stand 2 streets away. So the people yelling taxi are in a legal gray area where they are like, yeah, just go to the other taxi. Sometimes it does go from the gray area to just illegal.
Okay, tell me.
There have been a couple of reports of taxi drivers, these unpermitted ones, actively scamming people and at some point holding passengers hostage until they pay the ridiculous prices. There's definitely a lot of shady stuff going on here. Now I think the big question is, how actively scammy are they right now?
And the only way to figure that out, obviously, is for us
To take a taxi.
to take the taxi.
An Uber from the airport to where we're going,
Yep.
25 euros.
All right.
What are we gonna end up with?
Maybe they'll do it for free. Let's just go.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, and this video is sponsored by Incogni. More about them later, you'll love it.
Okay, we're looking for a taxi. Just landed in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I hope someone like loudly explains where they are. Taxi! Oh, that's a taxi service, I think. Do you take card or
Cash.
only cash?
How much is it gonna be?
60 euro you come.
Around 60 euros?
Where do you come from?
So I'm originally from Australia. He is from the US.
Yeah.
Quite a walk.
Oh, it's in the Sheraton parking lot.
You wait here, I bring the car.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, sure thing.
Thank you.
He is running to the car, and we went on a massive walk from the airport to actually get to it.
Oh, here it is.
Ah, yes. Fancy car.
It's nice.
From company.
Nice. Which company is it?
TCA.
TCA, sweet.
You have any recommendations?
Around Dam Square, Rembrandt Square, Leicester Square, the red light area.
Do you only do like from the airport or also elsewhere?
Also in the town.
Gotcha. Have you been to Ohio before?
No. It's nice there.
So many gats out there, it's crazy.
Many what?
Many gats,
Yes.
you know?
There's an ATM.
Oh, good.
How much?
It's 60, 80 cents.
Oh, I think that's the one already, right? Or not?
That is the one, yeah?
Ah.
Okay, here we go.
How much did we come down to?
Yeah, 70 please.
70. All right.
One more thing, the reason we took your taxi and not one of the official taxis is because last time we went to Amsterdam airport, we were like, why are people yelling taxi?
We are all official taxis.
But not the official airport ones, right? Yeah, right. So we were just wondering, like, is it going to be a lot more expensive? Is it going to be cheaper?
Slower or something.
So yeah, so like it was, I think like double from an Uber in terms of price.
But it's no taxi.
I mean, it's quite a question. What is a taxi? But no, thank you.
Well, thank you very much, and enjoy
Take
your...
care, man. Okay, but what is a taxi if not a car that gets you from point A to point B?
There's
Driven by-
licensing. It's a
Yeah,
licensing thing.
yeah.
Ubers don't have a specific license that they have to
No,
buy. But
totally.
that's it.
I get the argument, but in response to it was more than twice as expensive as an Uber. Oh, but Uber isn't a taxi. Honestly, philosophical question.
What is a taxi?
That, but also, is it a scam?
I mean, he said 60, but then because we had to go past an ATM, it was 68. And then when we arrived, he said 70.
I'm gonna file this under, in my personal opinion,
Yeah.
it's a scam.
Legally not a scam, but a scam.
Hello, Editing Jesper here. I want to comment on one more thing that I didn't realize in a moment. So the Dutch government actually has price caps for the absolute max that taxi companies are allowed to charge you. And I did the math, rare, and I figured out that the absolute max that this company was allowed to charge us for this very short ride was 52 euros. So not 70. And I would say that in my opinion, this tips the scale towards hard scam.
Hello, Editing Quinten here.
Okay, so the driver told us they were active in Brussels, Belgium too, So I did some more digging into their company.
With a shovel? Okay, sorry. What'd you find?
Okay, so it seems like the driver was just trying to throw us off. The company he works for is not active in Brussels or near Brussels airport. However, digging into Belgium and Brussels airport did put me on the trail of another very shady company. Meet viabrussels.com.
Okay.
This is the single worst rated company I have ever encountered in my life. Via Brussels is a taxi service active at Brussels airport. None of their taxis have ever shown up.
Wait, I'm sorry, never?
Never. Not a single review was like the taxi showed up. All of them were like, I booked it, I paid it, the taxi never appeared. So I decided to give them a call and just ask what's up.
I don't know about that. I can only help you if you want to make a booking. For any other questions, you can send an email to the administration.
And you send an email.
Yeah, and do you think I got an answer?
So based on the taxis, yes.
Absolutely. They replied within no, I didn't.
Oh, for a second, I actually believed you. I was like, really? Okay.
No.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
So I did a whois lookup on their website to figure out more about their registration, etc. And here I was able to find across different tools that they are registered with longming.com, which is a Chinese register.
Yeah.
It's possible, right, to register your Belgian taxi service in China, the website. It's possible, but it is a mild red flag.
Weirdly enough, I don't think I've ever said that. I was at a Chinese business registration meeting with my friend when he had to register his business, and that took 3 hours of sitting.
Sorry, does your friend run via Brussels.com or?
I'll check.
Now, once I had the registrar, which is a great word to say, I was able to dig into their library and actually figure out the IP address for this website. Yeah, it's in Zhengzhou, which is not Brussels.
No, very much not Brussels.
Now, another curious thing about this company is that there is absolutely no trace of them being registered with the Belgian Chamber of Commerce. Anyway, I think we poked a little too hard because guess what? The website disappeared.
Can we still book them?
Well, they're unbookable because they also disconnected their phone number.
Wait, the whole company's gone?
Yep. Now here's the beautiful thing, right? I screenshot everything in my research. And of course they had an address listed on their website. It's in Belgium.
It's in Belgium.
Here's another fun thing. Websites like TripAdvisor, they take these taxi services and also give you contact information, like an address, which is not the same as the one listed on their website.
Okay.
We do have two separate addresses in Brussels where this company might be or might have been at some point.
So we're going there.
I think we just gotta knock on some doors, baby.
To the Kia Picanto.
Hell yeah.
All right, we're in Brussels. We're about to go to our first ever address, and as you can see, it's actually really easy to find personal information on a person or a brand, which is why this video is sponsored by Incogni, our very first bigger sponsor, and I'm very excited about it. This way.
Hell yeah. So Incogni keeps your personal information safe by making sure it's no longer on data broker websites.
And if you're like me and you used to think, who cares? We got a little story for you.
Yeah, you got stalked, didn't you?
Yes, we had a viewer who really liked us, which is fantastic, but then used that to find out where I live, my phone number, what school I used to go to, my mom's name. Wasn't that big of a fan because a data broker was just selling out my address to people. And I thought that was no longer gonna be a problem, but when I used Incogni, they actually showed me that there were 69 data brokers.
Nice. Nice.
God, just for, and when I clicked on one of them, it said that one of the threads it had eliminated for me was the thread of being stalked.
So if you want to get fewer spam calls, fewer spam emails, and lessen the risk of identity theft, sign up for Incogni, get 60% off an annual plan by following the link down below and using the code Quinten Hyde. And you know, maybe I won't find out your information if you decide to scam someone.
Just don't scam, please.
Yeah, don't scam people. Okay, I'm wearing the spy glasses.
Looks fantastic.
Thank you. I look so hot. So this is the address that was listed on the viabrussels.com website. And what I saw in Street View is that it is, well, just a residential building.
Yeah, it just looks like a house.
And you know, you can register your business at your house. However, again, this business wasn't registered and the website was registered in China. So
369, right?
364.
4.
You just keep thinking about 69.
No, it's from that one song, 369 girls want to no.
So it's going to be 366.
There's someone walking in there.
Well, let's ask.
Hi, excuse me.
Are you delivering stuff? No, do you live here? It says viabrussels.com. taxi service? Is that here? Okay.
Or wait, I think I see 4 bells. I think this is just 4 different apartments of regular people.
Do you know all your neighbors?
De taxi care pretinde că este în clădirea ta.
So strange. Imagine if they ran it. That is not technically impossible. All right, we're in inner city Brussels now.
Yeah, and this is where the second address is that I found. This is the address listed by TripAdvisor, Yelp, and some other aggregate websites.
Okay.
And this one sort of makes sense because I think it is that office building right
An
there.
actual office.
Yeah, but will there actually be a company called Via Brussels there?
I 100% believe they will be. Oh, it's the IT tower.
The IT tower?
That's what it says. Wait, or was it number 480?
480, or if you remember,
480B.
480B. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that could, in this case, actually be a real address.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
No, I took off my taxi. Wait, do they? What brand is on it? Can you see?
I can just ask.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Do you know about the taxi service via Brussels.com? It's a taxi service that we're looking into.
Is that you? No. Okay.
No? Okay. No worries. Thank you.
Sorry. I mean, he never said what he was from, though.
That's fair. Okay. The IT tower.
Yeah. Why do they have a Michelin star?
Well, it's a very tasty taxi.
Oh.
Okay. The door opens.
Okay, that's good. We could ask this gentleman right here. Hi. Excuse me. Does the company viabrussels.com operate from here? They should, or at least they're stating they do. No. Not in this whole building. They said they should be in 480B. Oh, that's not a real place.
So the address they gave, Avenue Louise.
The phone, call him.
That is the phone number right there.
Oui, et j'ai 2 messieurs. C'est la réception de l'IT Tower. The number is not.
The number doesn't work.
No.
Okay. Then they've never been in this building ever. Okay.
So what is this building? Is it just different companies of all
Yeah,
kinds?
different companies.
Gotcha.
So they just chose a random.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Are there any taxi companies?
No. Taxi company.
No taxis here. Thank you for all the help.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Enjoy your day.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Wow, can you believe it?
No, I expected them to be there. Yeah.
Crazy.
I love how in-depth he went for us.
Yeah, no, he went into the
He went into the
registry,
history
baby.
of every company ever there and stuff.
So they were never here, they were never at the other address.
No,
The final place we can look for them is the airport.
the airport. We're at the official Brussels airport and we're just gonna kind of ask taxi drivers as well as the companies in here whether or not they know our friends at the taxi company. They're our friends now.
Yeah, and fun fact, while I was researching Brussels airport, I actually found that this is a hotspot for scammers for some reason.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
A few years ago, there were a lot of fake lost luggage scams going on at Brussels airport.
Oh.
Is there like an information desk somewhere here?
Yes. So we're on the right floor at least. That is a desk.
Let's just go ask there, I guess.
Just go one level up.
Perfect.
Thank
you
you.
so much. Take
That's
care.
information that we needed.
Hell yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm doing a Dutch angle in Belgium. Information.
Yeah, that is at least an information desk.
Hey guys, do you have a time estimate for how long it's gonna take? Okay.
Hi, good afternoon. We've got a bit of a weird question. Is, not a long one, don't worry. Is Via Brussels, the taxi service, connected to you guys?
No, there are only 2 official cab companies at the airport.
Have you heard of them? Or are they not even?
What did you say?
Via Brussels.com.
No. Private taxi companies rent or buy a car for a year. And you pick up passengers at parking P50, which is at the bus station, which is outside when you cross over.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Take care.
Enjoy your day.
Okay, so she mentioned some very interesting things. I obviously contacted a bunch of people who left negative reviews saying that they were scammed by this company.
Naturally.
And I asked them for as many details as they could give me about this company. And one of them was able to say, like, yeah, they said the pickup spot was level 4.
The one that this lady said would not be the case? Or?
Well, the one that she mentioned is for Uber and Bolt, because that way they didn't have to actually pay for a taxi spot here.
Oh, so they just used the drop-off point, basically the free drop-off point. Used the free drop-off point.
God, they're so shitty.
Holy sh! Just for the sunset.
That is beautiful, Quinten.
No, I just mean we waited so long that the sun started setting.
Yep. Okay, we got back from the airport a few days ago, and I realized there was one source of information I neglected. The most reliable source of information ever.
ChatGPT.
No, LinkedIn.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so I wasn't able to find anyone who worked for viabrussels.com initially via LinkedIn.
No.
But then the lady at the airport telling us something that overlapped with something one of these scammies told me prompted me to go back to these victims of the scams and ask, like, was there any name you got? And one of them got back to me with a first name being like, I vaguely remember a guy on the phone mentioning this name.
Well, okay.
Let's call him Tom. So I combined that name with viabrussels.com, went through hundreds of LinkedIn profiles, eventually found one who said that they worked for viabrussels.com at some point.
Okay.
But for a very, very brief period. So I reached out to Tom, who actually got back to me. This was the guy who I spoke to on the phone, who told me to just send an email. And he told me that he was recruited by viabrussels via email. He never spoke to anyone in person. He never had a phone call or a video call with anyone from there, and then he never got paid.
No! A whole month?
He just answered the phone for a month, got tons of complaints, no taxi ever showed up. He was like, this doesn't feel great.
No.
He asked me to remain as anonymous as possible. So he also deleted viabrussels from his LinkedIn and everything. But I think that this brings us to the very shocking conclusion that this is a scam.
I'm actually a little shocked by just how they kept getting just less nice.
I don't like these guys, but I do like Incogni.
Yay! And if you liked this video, you can also click the video you see on your screen right now, which is one that YouTube thinks you're really gonna like. So let's click it and find out whether or not it's true.